Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we had to call Alice back a little later in the day. It is a little later in the day, so I am going to call her back. Let's just dive right in. We've done the recap.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
We also, that was it. We need to try and get into the tenement. Because now, the woman who was reading books at the bookstore, we found her husband dead over on the pier. He's apparently died. Like misadventure, accident, slipped and broke his neck or whatever, something like that. He was drunk. And, well, his foot went through the boardwalk, actually, and he fell and hit his head against a bench. So it's probably the concussion to the head that knocked him out, and he's just died bleeding to death unconscious. So we need to find her an informer. We've handled the case ourselves. This is going to give us an in, hopefully. We now have official business to conduct in that tenement, and we know the name of one of the residents. So maybe that old grumpy lady will let us in, and then we can find the guy who was smoking on the balcony. I've got a strong suspicion he was the one who called this in. I don't know. Maybe. Or he knows someone who did. But anyway, yeah. Did you find more about the armored boots?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
No, okay.
57?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Alright, alright. I also have bottles to sell at the Freet. We'll go to Everard Clare, and we'll have a look. This is the Freet. At telling him that we've just done his job for him, and see what else he gives us. And then I want to go and buy the tape deck, because now I've got a free place to live like a true hobo. We don't need the money.
Machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk.
Yeah, 2.2 florins. Nice. But there was stuff on here, wasn't there? Can we buy any of this? I can't remember now. That's the medicines.
You see several packaged raincoats.
Plus one endurance for the raincoat? Nah, I don't want that. There's booze up here, which we kind
Colourful
of...
display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Well, thanks. Potent Pilsner and cigarettes. This will give me a physique, but -1 on morale. But I've got morale.
Here you go, mister.
Cool. I'm going to buy a beer. Because we do have a task to drink some alcohol. I want to see where that goes. What could happen? Falling off the wagon again? Not likely, is it? Right? We're fine now. We are perfectly fine. I'm still not sure if I want to talk to this guy about the tattoos, because we know he's now one of the other security guys from Wild Pines. We know that he's one of the commandos that they sent in, same as the guy that got hanged. And their partner is looking on from some high vantage point, so yeah. Where do we go? That way. Hey, Erikai! The subs are cheaper now. Oh, really? They have done a lot of reshuffling to try to get some regional prices a little better. Although they're not telling streamers enough about how that affects revenue share and stuff, and unlike with their existing sub bases, because that's going to drastically alter what people are used to getting. You know, they're not telling any of us that yet. So, yeah. But hey, if it's cheaper, that's great. I think Canada's getting the short end of the stick, though, from what I remember. There was some grumbling about Canada. Is that the other side of the tenements? It is. Yeah, that's the tenements. Like, for them, it's still the same price as it is in USD, but the exchange rate is not the same. So they're getting screwed a little bit more, but I don't know. Maybe it's on the list and they just... Oh. The game is freaking out. You guys getting these? Yeah, you are, yeah. It's coming through these graphic glitches. Whoa. Okay, that's weird. Did we open this? No, but I can now use the crowbar on it. Ultra Series gloves. What will that give us? The half-light versus electrochemistry. Asia Pacific getting that change and I'm happy. Nice. Yes, that's awesome. Now I can actually try to sub when I have your credits up. Excellent. That's good. I mean, because a lot of people want to be able to support people with what little they have, you know, and nobody has to. No, if the money's better off in your pocket than it is in mine or any other streamers, don't keep it yourself, you know, is the main thing. But for those that do want to sub to people, and it's like, oh man, it's unreasonably expensive. It's a big boon for them to at least have a more reasonable, regionally thought out price, you know. So yeah. That's really good. Apparently, oh wait a minute, it's got multiple uses. I put it in my, I put it in the, oh my god, I put it in my thingy. Okay. That'll be the thought to drink it, won't it? I'll not use it yet. I don't want to do this just yet. We'll experiment with this when night comes. It's daytime still. We have to be professional. Subs are now $2 US, and wow, nice. This is not a fishing rod, is it? It's... yeah, what is that? Is that a fishing rod? Probably not. What's up, Claire?
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Yeah, but for some reason I still have it on my quest list to prove my authority to him. Which I thought telling him we're now here working for Everard Claire would do. Although it's really borrowed authority, I guess. Now, what can Everard Claire do for you today?
Turns out the strikers are being made served an alcoholic brew. I made it even stronger. Do I want to tell him that? I told the cook to do that, right? I mean, that's kind of the thing. They want to keep the strikers happy with booze. So he might be happy at that. Let's tell him we've done this first.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this.
Of course you did.
My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now.
Good. I now have skills. I'm going to hold on to these skill points for a while, I think.
You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about
You're as dirty as the rest of us, Kim.
The murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Sweet.
Hear that? You did it the honest way. You got the real signatures, and now he's happy.
Wait.
Well done.
I could have gotten fake signatures? Oh.
We would have preferred trickery, but the choice was yours, sire. As always. You are the liege, and you're in.
Yeah. I would have done that for the drama. Done fake signatures. Because I didn't even inspect the letter. I keep forgetting you can do that. I know you plan to force them out with construction noise. Do we want to go over that? Let's go over that. Let's see what happens.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving...
What's a fella to do, right?
Well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
I think the thing is, though, the people living in the fishing village are doing so because they're their own masters. This now is like, now you live under my thumb. Yeah, he's going to be the landlord. Right now, they've got no landlord. Then he'll be like, yeah, you can move into the places I've made for you. And he has full control over.
So the village is doomed.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, officers. We are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez. And they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex. Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing.
A youth centre supermarket church complex. What the fuck is that? That's like if Walmart set up a religion and opened a children's store. What have I done? We gotta burn this town to the ground.
Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
You weren't there, man. Sorry. Yeah, youth supermarket church complex. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Yes, I do. I got the centre, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain.
No, but will you erect a statue to yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, workers on welfare, and landowners in Azon hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
Well, sounds like you've got this. You can rely on my vote.
Oh, I do, Harry.
I am going to help
really
him.
do.
That's the rule of the game.
I'm going to make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier with that vote of yours. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
That's the run we're doing, basically, is to... Well, we have the internalized thought to resurrect communism. So, yeah, let's make this, you know, workers' paradise. So, did you order the hanged man killed?
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
Well, I can imagine, because he was here causing shit. So, just tell me from your point of view what you gain.
Why, a war, of course.
Yep, that's what we thought. We knew that was the way it would go. Because that's what's going to happen. The remaining 2 commandos are going to hold their own little tribunal, find someone or some people to kill, and they'll mow through everybody to get to them, and that'll be it. But how does he think he can win? Because all they need to do is bring 2 or 3 more troops with that kind of armor here, and they're fucked. I'm surprised they were able to kill the first guy, to be honest with you. It's still sticking in my head like they said they hit him in the back of the head, but we know he had his helmet on because Kuno said he took the helmet off the corpse and tried to wear it. And it was too big, so he just kicked it into the sea. And we believed him. We could tell he was telling the truth because we passed a check for that, if I remember. So... Something else happened there.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Have you ever read what two giant Ceres hornets can do to an entire colony of bees? They destroy it. Yeah. Or they're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men? Let's go with the first one again. Have you heard about the giant hornets destroying bee colonies? Just two of them?
I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies.
Yeah, that's what I said would happen. Then the story was like, nah, they're just, two wasps just eat the whole colony. Or hornets or whatever.
He crosses his hands contently, thinking of the interior temperature of the wasp rising.
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys.
That is true.
No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
They were kind of hoping that the mercenaries would go in and get it done. It would be quiet, not enough fuss would be raised, and then they'd leave. And then shit happened, one of them died. Now it's gonna blow over. How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms,
In the grim dank future.
Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that.
As in the grim dank future, there is no strike, only war.
We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal
That's a double
B away
negative.
from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
Now, she knows what you're doing and what's going on, dude. That's why you should be talking to her. You should be gauging the... He's sitting up here blind. She knows the score. She's basically just outlined what he's just outlined. She sees what's happening and knows why. She may not know exactly why she's not let in, but that's because what he's just said made no sense. But she's intelligent, and he's stupid for underestimating her. So why are you telling me these plans?
Because we're friends, Harry.
Oh, yes.
Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
And he's like 2 people anyway, but anyway. How are you going to fund your new independent harbour?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan?
Poo-poo?
The clients who'll ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Okay.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Yeah. You can't possibly hope to continue like you have clients will leave en masse, though they'll try to starve them out. They'll embargo them. That's what'll happen. And they'll know they'll lose business, but they will embargo them. They'll be like, oh, we can't allow that because then it could happen anywhere else. It'll be like, the US and Cuba. You can't possibly hope to continue like you have clients will leave en masse or everything. Let's go with the first.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer.
If it's going to save them money.
With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
That's drugs. Yep. Absolutely.
Drug trafficking.
Yeah, Kim's just a step behind us.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it.
Wow.
All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
But that is the tip of the iceberg, or... God, that sounds shady. Digging it, Everard, I have to say, I'm digging this part. Yes, chemical paradise, bring it on. I don't want to upset Kim, I'm gonna go with tip of the iceberg though, right?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
Yeah, I can see that.
We're gonna transport the living
He is the
daylights
large
out
volume
of those
column.
materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
I don't have a wacky uncle. Unless you're talking about the guy down at the pawn shop. Is he my uncle? Probably not.
Benefit is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis.
Cool.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
Yeah, fucking Kuno. He can get his speed.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I prefer classical drugs like, you know, opium.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share, and I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
Yeah. That's basically, he's gonna become, you know, fucking drug kingpin. Drugs are a no-go, I'll report this. I'm telling the boss. I have to admit, that's well put together plan, far removed from you. Not interesting stuff, I just want to solve the murder, okay? Cool story, bro. Makes sense to regulate the drug trade like this, keeps it out of the hands of, out of the dangerous hands. Don't really like any of these options. Go with 2.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me.
Yeah, the people of Martinez who probably don't know he's doing this apart from the close inner circle, you know, like the Hardy Boys.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez.
What he means is it'll be a small part of his turnover. So is there a trader, isn't there?
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
Well, I mean, if it has the word incorporate in it, then I like it. I'm a money guy, or this is very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man, or not feeling the whole lot of Revachol here, not enough flags or kings. Honestly, it's not my place to judge. Now, I think, again, we're playing a very communist person, so let's go with the 2.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
Like when I ramped my carriage over the pawn shop. Great. And I created a little chaos, which then gave a working man somewhere a job to do to fix the damage that I did. So I'm all about that. So can I ask you about specific union members now?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big time mode, Harry.
Alright, Mr. Big Time, can I have my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
You dastard. No. Fine, where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
God, it's not the old woman who's sweeping up in the frigging tenement, is it? Or is it the washerwoman? Oh my god. I go in the back room and I find it sitting on the bed. Like, you know, like a little mint or something in a hotel.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
Right, yeah, he said a woman bought it. I thought it was a young woman. I had, like, you know, a young woman in mind. So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway.
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
There's the old lady sweeping up in the fucking hallway. Oh my god. If we'd have been able to force our way through that door somehow, like kicking it down, would she have, like, shot us or something? Oh my god. Okay, but the fact every time he talks he says Harry is starting to grind my gears, yeah. Harry? Oh, Harry. Harry? Come on, Harry. 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 Yeah, it's like, oh. So many different ways that he says it, though. And he says it with, like, it's like he says the word almost mockingly. That's the thing I've noticed about this character. Every time he says our character's name, there's a subtle hint of, like, japery to it. It's real. The voice acting's really good. When people, like, when the voice acting pack finally came out for this game, and they did full voice acting for everything, a lot of people said, okay, well, it's okay voice acting. At least it saves me having to read everything out. But it's not stellar. Honestly, I'm liking the voice acting. I really am. I'm digging it. I even like the way that the inner monologue works. Like the cant to the voice and like the way that it speaks. There's a certain skittishness to it that separates it from everything else. And I think the voice acting is really well done. So she's waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Yeah, she's unstable, all right.
It sounds like a very disturbed and desperate individual.
Yeah. Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry.
You don't know anymore, but you knew before.
She's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
She calls herself the Pigs. What?
There it is again. The Pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
Right? It's like, well, at least they're not calling us pigs. Yeah.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
Yeah. Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk.
Oh, so it's not her.
Past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
So, we've got to go there after 10 o'clock. I should probably go with Kim, and then I can bid Kim goodbye once we're done. So as soon as we get close to 10 o'clock, we should head that way. Yeah.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
We have lots of fun stuff. That's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly
Harry?
built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
I'm sorry, I've got to keep resisting the fat jokes with this guy. So how do you know my name?
Oh, I know everything about you, Harry.
Harry?
I have a big fat folder on you. Very juicy stuff.
You're not helping me, dude.
And the word on the street is your memory is a bit hazy. If that's true, maybe I can help you out. Do you a little favor, so to speak.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
No, I'll say it's true. My memory is a bit hazy. He won't buy it.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is, my big fat folder is ready to serve. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Maybe my fat folder and I can help you out. Do you a little favor?
Stop saying fat folder, please.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Harry has some questions he needs answers to.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
You know anything about my family? Wife, kids?
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
You're right, I don't.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Harry, you're not simply a cop, you're a star.
We knew that.
A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
You're a wizard, Harry. Sorry. That's what I like about you, Everett. You get me.
Of course I do, Harry. And I'm gonna help you shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
The giant neon sign reading Harry Dubois, hanging from the Cavalson crane, can be seen all the way to Jamrock.
Yes.
Somewhere in Mirova, a beautiful woman sees the bright glow on the horizon and says to herself, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have left him."
There we go. Where did you get the folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Okay, so this is why I've been putting points in drama. Kim suspects something, and I can read the shipping folders before. So now I have a very high chance, 97%. I think the only thing that could fuck us over here is a critical roll, like a double one, which we've had one of.
As you look at the folder,
Double two.
Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Yeah, that's not an RCM folder, dude.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Yes, right away.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
He's pissed now that we've fucking copped onto his con. He's like, yeah, Census Bureau, right. Anything else?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says, my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Wow, he's salty now. He's spoiling my fun. Right, a few more questions about the harbour.
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you.
Okay,
Very
there's nothing
nice,
else
Harry.
there.
Is there anything else?
Turns out the strikers are being served an alcoholic brew. I made it stronger.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff.
Yeah, Mr. Big Time.
Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
Alright, well, I'm out of here then. Yeah, we're on to this dude now. All this, like, mystique about him, like, oh, I know everything about you, Harry. But, like, really? He was like, alright, it was the Census Bureau all along, Harry. Fuck you. But apparently we can talk to this dude again and get more lowdown on people.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo in the future, can we keep the greeting shorter? No, I want a longer greeting than that. I had some questions for you if it's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
You know a lot about everyone around here. Let's ask some questions.
Mr. Everett doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys.
He told me to talk to
Who do
you.
you want to talk about?
Yeah. It's like, oh, the boss doesn't want me telling people that. What do you want to know? Tell me about the Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everett's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does, but a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say.
Don't interrupt.
All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
South Safari. A lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made, too.
Well, I mean, obviously they're going there setting up their fucking drug trade. He wants to be a bloody Pablo Escobar, doesn't he? Tell me about Mañana.
He's a union man through and through.
He's a good dude.
Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes.
Yep, sounds like a union dude. Doesn't do much.
Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Yes, with the special borscht. All the vodka.
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
He's the heart and soul. Tell me about Measurehead. I think I should go back and try and talk to him now that I've found an alternate way in.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that.
Yeah.
Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
What about Titus?
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort, old Titus is.
Friendly? What? What about Everett?
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
Mm-hmm. What about Renee?
The night guard. Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say.
Okay.
We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher,
Petanque,
Mr. Martin,
yep.
down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Renee.
So wait, the other guy was this guy's human studies professor? His teacher? Nice.
They lived on the same street their entire lives. Even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once.
Yeah, wait. Gaston was your human studies teacher?
Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then. Sure, mister.
Alright. Interesting. Whole load of interesting stuff. Yeah, the weird glitch is happening around here. Will you please go down these stairs, Harry? There we go. Oh wait, our name's not Harry. We rejected that name. I am Hobo Cop. This is the only name I require. Although technically his full name is Harry Eyre. So yeah, now that we've found another way in, can we actually get past Measurehead?
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
We can only subscribe to his racist views, which I will not do. Sometimes the movement controls get a little bit screwy. Alright, next we need go somewhere. What was I gonna do? Yep. First of all, let's go this way. Let's go to the pawn shop. I want to buy that tape deck. It was only cheap, wasn't it? That reel-to-reel deck. Because now we've got the music tape, we can sing karaoke tonight. Which we will do.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Oh, wow. Do you have any recordings of the Col de Mamadaqua? That's the cryptid.
The Col de Mamadaqua? Sorry. I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I've been thinking of quitting the RCM and becoming a cryptozoologist. I mean, why not? We've invested so much in it by now. I've got a world-class education from, what's her name over there? I have hobbies just like a normal person, because I'm a normal person. Perfectly normal. Normal Harry Dubois. I wouldn't have guessed you knew what it was. No, let's go with number 2. I have hobbies.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply otherwise.
I'm not just my job.
It's been a while since I've gone hunting for the Col de Mamadaqua myself.
Oh wait, so he went after it.
Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore, and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
Sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Col de Mamadaqua. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
Did you ever find it?
We thought we did.
So these are the guys that used this.
We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldimamadatwa.
Yeah, we got told about this one because then apparently this group of people found where they thought the Coldimamadatwas were. They're basically, for people that missed it last stream, these are a cryptid. They're an invisible creature that exists as a sound wave, or at the very least it might be so tiny that you can't see it, but it's constantly emitting sound waves and moving, you know, so it's like a very hard to find creature. And this group of people who thought they could communicate with it by playing the same frequencies actually inadvertently killed a whole lot of them, because when one sound wave of the same frequency hits another one, they cancel each other out. And that's what they did, and it was like, then since then no one's ever been able to record this high-pitched frequency in this particular area. And it's like, well, most of them have been killed off apparently. Well, can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really have time for this?
Yes. It's only nearly 3. Calm down. Yes, spin the bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult.
Oh god, is this the brown noise? Oh my god!
Not good, not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this.
What?
There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside of your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds most likely, gulls and such.
Seagulls?
And skewers, but shh.
A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the Coldimamadatwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
This guy's a trip. Alright. Oh, we wanted to buy the tape deck, didn't we?
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Where was that? Which one was it? Or do I have to click on the tape deck? I think I need to click on the tape deck, don't I? Yes, there we go.
On the shelves.
12.
And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Yes, I want it.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction.
I still have enough to be able to afford a place at the inn.
Anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Nice. So now we have this. That's pretty cool looking. Look at that. That the tape goes in there and that's the speaker. That's really cool. Alright, well, we just used our one and only health item up for the day. Listening to sounds. Oh my god. Why are we so fragile? Harry, get it together, man. And this is just so we could sing karaoke tonight. I'm in a singing mood. Oh. Alright. We're gonna go and look for the old lady now. So not the book reading lady, sorry, and tell her about her husband. And hopefully that'll get us into this apartment complex, and we can find the cigarette smoking dude as well from the balcony from way back in the distant past. Oh, for God's sake, Kim, you always step there just as I'm about to click.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
He always does that.
This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Oh damn, look at that! My authority is really high now. Let's try this first. We're looking for Billy Majan's apartment. That's the lady who reads books at the bookstore.
No reply. You can hear faint sweeping inside. A gust of wind blows through your clothes.
Alright, come on. Don't give me a double one.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Open up, old woman, or you'll be obstructing justice. Yeah, am I?
Obviously. Look at that vague yet threatening stuff spewing forth from your mouth.
Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you for potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
That's right, we have our badge now, and we didn't have it before.
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
No, it's just showing our badges.
Hold your horses. I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Fucking really, woman? The amount of shit she was giving us up till now, and she's like, I'll just come in. You are a right old handful, lady. Like, holy shit. Graffito says a firing squad for the rich.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
First, I'm the policeman that asked you to open the door. Are you sure you don't want to see my badge?
I already told you I don't care about any badges.
Should I call a doctor for you, or...?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Have you had this cough for several days now? Is it persistent? Have you lost your sense of taste or smell?
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
What I don't want from you is COVID.
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who's you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
You live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
Got miner's lung, that's the problem here.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
God damn, that's bleak.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Yeah. I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
I don't know about always, I only saw him smoking one cigarette.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? Oh, he's wanted for murder. He's going away for life. If you swept up your last cigarette butt, you can thank me later. No trouble, just want to talk to him.
Talk?
Yeah. That's what cops do sometimes. Wow.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Room 28.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
And do you know where Billy Majan lives?
It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Majans in apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of those doors on the balcony.
20 and 28. I'm looking for the parents of a kid named fucking Kuno.
DeWitters are at the end of this hallway, right next to the communal bathroom.
Few questions about the apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy, aka the Skull?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
That's all, thank you.
Oh,
Just get a mumble back. Alright, I'm off, bye. What is this place? Apartment 8, the mailbox is overflowing. Methinks there be a dead body inside. That leads to the balcony. Foreclosed by the Martinez Realty Associates. Ooh. The sea below looks cold and wintry grey. There we go, 25 whatever cents they have. Door 9, it is locked. Hey, another trash item, nice. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Ooh. Doing witchcraft. Boxes filled with cleaning chemicals and the smell of laundry detergents. And I've found some flip-up glasses. Oh, hell yeah. Further reduces my authority. What are we currently wearing? +1 on empathy? What happens if I have like 0 of anything? But look at those things. They're going on. Yes. I'm a complete fucking joke now. Nice. That's what we want. Eviction notices are missing pets are plastered on top of each other. That probably leads out to the other door, right? That'll be the balcony. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and some old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Oh, this is the communal bathroom. Shower curtains are covered in slime. Well, that's fucking lovely. This must be Kuno's apartment. That must be where 3 different shoe sizes must mean it's for them. Like the dad and Kuno S. Alright, well what other doors are there then? Let's have a look around. Let's try chatting to people.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect it closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Nice. Why is it upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me? A loss of morale.
Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
Yes. Falls to me. Oh yeah, but we're going to talk through the door.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Examine.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Or maybe we could knock first.
No reply.
Alright. Well, let's not go cutting people's doors open just yet. I have no reason to go in there.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Knockety knock knock.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Wait, what? That's not what you say there. It says instead, this time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. This is the police, open up. Okay, so the reading has stopped. Do I have to open the door? You hear clacking of heels again. As the other side walks right up to the door, her tone is now getting a defensive edge. Do you have a warrant? I'm not obliged to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
We do now. She won't let us in.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Damn it.
You hear someone.
We found so many things by just doing something we're not meant to do in this game. I have no reason to believe that would have been any different. Alright, let's loot everything. What have we got here? Oh, more tear. Nice. I'll take that. What's up here? The door is locked, you can't get in. The chair's new. Someone lives back there? Oh, somebody lives in this cage? Above, tarps flap in the wind, forgotten hammers and nails rust. Ooh, 225. Nice. So much money today. Where does this lead us? The two entrances to the balcony? Oh. Oh, now this is different. Oh, is this where the old lady lives? Someone's been sleeping here recently. Yeah. Cindy? No. Enough cold to last for several winters. The smell of chemicals. We found some pants, which will give us +1 electrochemistry and -1 reaction speed. That right there be broken, so we'll get a crowbar. Try it out now. Whoa! I just stole Cindy's lunch money. All the old ladies. Again, not entirely sure whose shit we just pilfered. The old lady said she slept next to the coal room, not in it, so maybe Cindy does live in here. Don't go that way. Okay. Now I'm up here, can I talk to her in a different way?
Ooh,
The piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
You're in trouble now, little lady. No. We cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches or people living high ground on us. Oh, nope, that's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
Yeah. Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Oh no. You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Cool. More questions.
Shoot, Piggy.
No.
It's what you do, isn't it?
Well, not yet. I don't have my gun. Tomorrow, I can shoot anything I want. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, since we're here.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
72%.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
And now cue Kim being like, why are we doing this?
After you, detective.
Oh, well, right. He's totally into this now. He's even given into the madness, or he too believes there's something important in here. Another white star. There's a big head up there.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads, Kraz Mazov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
There you go, you see. Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in their bedroom? Or Kim, you have to admit, this Kraz Mazov bears a striking resemblance to me. Or Father Mazov, the hero of the working class, salute the statue.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
Yes.
There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
You have to admit, looks like me.
Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Kraz Mazov?
How would I have known that I didn't know what was in here? That's purely coincidental. I'm not saying that I am Kraz Mazov, I'm just saying we look alike.
Sure you are.
Yeah. But, you know, humor me. Don't you see the resemblance?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns.
Right.
But it seems like old Kraz here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
And that's where he's been going wrong. How do you know the bust is probably just a romanticized depiction? Or maybe the bust shows him before he started drinking? Or, yeah, I have a problem with alcohol. The problem is I don't have any alcohol right now. No. Yeah, it was probably just a romanticized depiction.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
I can't tell. I can't see my face. Duh. Or I definitely don't have a birthmark on my left cheek.
Then it's settled. You are not Kraz Mazov.
I never said I was. I just said he looks like me, Kim. Gods. But maybe. It's just a birthmark.
Alright. But here's the big thing. Kraz Mazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
It's just Samaran looks. Maybe I am him. I don't know. Or I am part Samaran.
Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then. I don't care.
Fuck him. What has he done, this poor guy, to be subjected to me?
Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway?
Because I'm a communard, or because I believe a powerful nation state is the only way to protect the working class from subhumans? Because actually, he wanted a stability and incremental progress, and so do I. That's deep. Because he was totally a gangster. Wow. And a bank robber who went for all the cash in the world. That's me. I'm not sure it's just a feeling I have, but I trust my feelings. No. I'm going to go with number 3, because actually, he wanted a stability and incremental progress, and so do I.
I think you have misunderstood who he was, but if you say so.
Wait, what? I have a new thought, the suicide of Krasmazov. There's something you can't get out of your head. Krasmazov, the father of scientific communism, the premier of the Communist Party of Shest and Grad, during the, anticentennial revolution, head of the 11-day government, sideburn-toting, bearded figurehead of the movement, shot himself in the mouth and died? One day in his cabinet, as things were collapsing around him, just gave up. That's not good propaganda, is it? Be a communist, shoot yourself in the mouth. Something about this irks you. I will have -1 to rhetoric as I internalize this thought. But I feel like we need to know, because if I'm going to be doing this whole resurrecting communism thing, we have to figure this one out now. And I should still have I still have another point, so we're all right. So why does this tenant have the bus here?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Alright. Photos of revolutionary posing with guns. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Oh, there's a thing. A 9mm bullet and a Samarasian lounge jacket. So I get one to visual calculus with this. The lounge jacket, however. Also, do I want to change these? Electrochemistry and reaction speed. This just gives me the Kingdom of Conscience, which I don't think works for me yet. I kind of like my high reaction speed, but whatever. There we go. The lounge jacket. Let's have a look. It's all coming together. The shirt, the jacket, the bow tie, the jeans. I'm going to put this back on for now. Having conceptualization isn't bad, but that's art. And visual calculus is more your ability to see the world around you for what it was. How things went. We're going to need to sell some of this because I'm not using any of it.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly.
Take it out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
Honestly, if this is another thing that's gonna fuck my health up.
By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur-le-Clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum, loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Okay. I don't want to do that until I've actually quick saved. Because shit like this has a habit of killing you. This is like when I started rooting around inside the ledger of fear and failure and hatred. Yeah.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet, or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
End of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you, the shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Where did it go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper? The sun set. There is a movement. Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Same outcome. Alright, take a deep, deep breath.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take. Whatever petrochemical byproducts they used to create this artificial flavor have bonded tightly to the wrapper. Or is that just your memory filling the gaps? Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive. Feels so familiar.
Put the wrapper away. What did we get from that? Apricot chewing gum scented one. Some of the thoughts in this game are really strange, I love it. You found a trace of eternity who's been stalking you across the planets. The gloom-stalked stalker, the conglomeration, the shadowy organization behind your downfall, possibly connected to the dreaded X something. Granted, it is impossible to determine its true identity, but you can remember when you first smelled its treachery. Yes, use the Tutti Frutti gum wrapper. Reconstruct the day you first breathed in her untrustworthy atoms. Wow. Alright. Well, let's keep looking for this guy. Everyone else was upstairs, right? So we might need to go out this back door here and get on the other side of the balcony. What is this? The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Yep, that guy smokes here, alright. I will take that 15 real cents. A locked box. I have just the thing for you, locked box. Crowbar. 75 cents. Nice. Equip the bag for all the plastics that we're going to pick up. Have a look up here. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Not parsley and sage as well. Apartment number 29. Apartment number 30. They're not the ones we want. So that's 28. So that's the smoking dude. So this, oh god, must be Billy Majan's place, right?
A weathered brown door.
20.
The number reads 20. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Are you sure you don't want to do it, Kim? This is apparently your case.
This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
Oh, we should discuss this before we move on. What do we expect, Kim?
You're right. Let's talk this through. We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Majan. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself.
Yeah, because all we're doing it, we've got like a library card, and we know it's the same jacket with the blue lining. But until she positively IDs the guy, we can't just say your husband's dead.
Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Any advice on how to tell her he's
dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Yeah.
Good advice.
What if I don't want to do this?
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
Try to bail out. No, I'm gonna do this. I think I'm ready.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
But before I do, again, in case this is one of those things that nearly kills me, I'm gonna quick save.
A weathered brown. The lieutenant. This is the door.
Knock. Hello, who is it? A voice calls from the other side. Is this Billy Majan's home? This is the police. Please open the door. The police? A moment. Please give us a moment. You hear shuffling inside.
There's fear in her voice.
She unlocks the door. Come in. The door is open. See, she's following COVID rules there. Unlocked the door and stepped away and said, okay, now you can come in. Game was ahead of its time. Yeah, that's the lady, all right.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
Yeah.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. Condensation from stepping inside. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
I'm not really here for the tea.